What's the beef with OSU?
Well, Kathy, Oregon State University has received a letter of inquiry from the NCAA outlining rule violations in the school's basketball program. The investigation, which began last summer, reportedly involves the sale of complimentary tickets by players. The letter from the NCAA indicates that the investigation uncovered information that warranted consideration for possible penalties. The next time the infraction committee will meet is set for late April. Now, OSU Assistant Sports Information Director Mike Corwin said tonight the probe will have no impact on the current season and that the inquiry involves possible penalties against the university, not against specific players. Enough about that for right now. Tomorrow night, the Beavers and Ducks meet in Corvallis in what has become a big game for both teams. The Ducks and Beavers have played twice before this season, and the Beavers have won both games by 4 points. Now, tomorrow night's contest figures to be just as close because both teams have something riding on this game. Don Munson shares his feelings about the game.
Well, the Ducks are looking at it as an Oregon State game that is important to us. Certainly trying to get back in the winning ways and finish on a good note, and hopefully maybe something happens postseason-wise. And Oregon State, I'm sure, is looking at it having to win 3 games to stay in the championship race. So, you know, it's important for both of us.
We'll have highlights tomorrow night at 11. St. Mary's and Reynolds will play tomorrow night for the Girls AAA Basketball Championship. In tonight's first semifinal game, Lake Oswego gave top-ranked St. Mary's a real scare. Katie Stedding, number 34 in blue, scored 11 of her 16 points in the first half. The Lakers led 19-17 at halftime. But Karen Howell, number 22, scored all 9 of the St. Mary's points in the third quarter, and the Blues led by 3 heading to the final period. Sonora McDuffie, number 54, took up where Howell left off. McDuffie scored the Blues' first 6 points in the fourth quarter, and it was 34-25. However, the Lakers came back to make it close. Stedding helped the Lakers get back within 3, but that was as close as Lake Oswego would get. McDuffie sank a free throw here to make the final score 38-32 in favor of St. Mary's. In the other semifinal game, Reynolds beat South Salem 43-41. Lisa Ellis, number 54 in the dark jersey, scored 18 of her team-high 20 points in the first half. Reynolds led by 5 at the break. But the Saxons came back in the fourth quarter. Laura Boyd hits from the corner for 2 of her team-high 12 points. And Manya Borman scored 4 straight points to tie the game at 40. But Tracy Mead hit a free throw with 12 seconds left to put Reynolds up 43-41. And a last-second shot by South Salem missed the mark. Reynolds won it by 2 to move into the championship game against St. Mary's. North Eugene and Glencoe will play tomorrow for 4th place. They both won this afternoon. And this morning in the consolation semifinals, Wilson beat McMinnville and Roseburg beat Klamath Union. Wilson and Roseburg will play tomorrow for the consolation championship. Tonight in the NBA, the Lakers picked up a half game on the Idle Blazers by winning on the road in Atlanta, 98-94. The Hawks made a furious rally in the fourth quarter to make it close. Dan Roundfield scored 11 of his team-high 28 points in the final period, but it was not enough as the guys from L.A. held on for the victory. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored 30 points to lead the Lakers. Jabbar and Jamal Wilkes scored the Lakers' last 16 points. Again, L.A. wins over Atlanta by 4 to take a 3-game lead over the Blazers in the Pacific Division. In other NBA games, Indiana lost to Seattle. The Pacers play in Portland tomorrow night. Golden State beat San Diego. Utah beat Cleveland. Dallas beat Kansas City. Bernard King scored 39 as the Knicks defeated the Pistons. The Bucks won their 4th game in a row by beating Washington, and Larry Bird scored 28 to lead Boston by Chicago. Turning to hockey, the Winterhawks lost tonight at home to the Western Division champion Kamloops Junior Oilers. The Oilers took a 2-0 lead, but Portland came back to tie on second period goals by Rolacek and Heath. But Kamloops got 2 quick goals late in the second period to go up 4-2. The Hawks could never catch up as Kamloops skated to a 6-4 victory. Now, turning to baseball, the New York Times is reporting that Bowie Kuhn has agreed to a 3rd contract extension as commissioner of baseball. Kuhn's 2nd contract extension ended yesterday, but according to the Times, Kuhn has agreed to yet another extension to allow Peter Ueberroth time to complete his duties as president of the L.A. Olympic Organizing Committee. Ueberroth is expected to be named as baseball's new commissioner tomorrow, but he'll be involved in the Olympics until after the end of the summer games. And in football news, running back Marcus Dupree has agreed to terms with the New Orleans Breakers of the USFL. A New Orleans TV station tonight reported that Dupree has already signed a 5-year, $5 million contract, but the Breakers deny that report, saying he has agreed to terms. He's not yet signed on the dotted line. That's it. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Monday.
Thank you very much.